1 for a VIP ticket, and the table it's 800,000. We shall be honored and grateful for you to come through and enjoy live band. By the king herself, Cindy will be performing, and you'll be able to meet a couple of your presenters and every other person that you would wish to celebrate as we conclude the year. We're counting down. The year is literally coming to an end. My name is Wesley Givanyaji, but I want to, in a very special way, thank people in Ishaka, Bushenyi, Kabohe, all those places that came through yesterday at Berlin Hotel for the cruise November Love experience. It was beautiful. I was there. It was good to see most of you from the chapati stalls to the border borders to the mamambogas to every person was excited to see us, and I'm pretty sure that you loved it. We gave back, and it will not stop at that. Every particular hour here on Crooze FM, we get to give you back in terms of a hamper, anything. We've been doing this from the start of the month, and it will all the way up to the end of the month for every show. So no exception. Even today, I will be able to give out a couple of goodies in this hour and the next hour. But before we get into our topic of discussion, let me give you a recap of the week before we get into it. Now, the president, in a very expected way, has refused to retire the Supreme Court Justice, Honorable Justice Esther Sache, who wrote to the president seeking to retire from the judiciary. And, well, Justice Sache, the most senior on the bench, away from having the Chief Justice heading the Supreme Court. But it all started from her dissenting judgment in the Supreme Court ruling in the case of Chagurani Sentam versus Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the Electoral Commission, where she gave a dissenting judgment there. And we know what happened with the lights off and the embarrassment that she had to endure. The president, in his letter, says that it is only wise that she hangs in there because the Judicial Service Commission is carrying out an investigation, and she is the material particular in that that matter. So she will not. They will not let her off the hook until all is done. Now, Honorable Sarah Opendi raises a matter tasking the Minister of Defense to explain the takeover of parliamentary circle land by the UPDF. We know we're following that. The UPDF is very interested in the land that belongs to the circle of parliament, but the UPDF has been caught up in land issues, so it's no different this time. Now, the NRM unveils roadmap for internal elections with a digital water bridges that will address electoral frauds from village to the district level, who don't need any qualifications. So if at all you're going to be standing for LC1 chairperson, the women leaders, and in that category you will be able to take part of those elections as the NRM organizes grassroots elections. Now, Toro woman member of parliament, Sarah Pendi, again very active in parliament, tabled the Alcoholic Drinks Control Bill 2023, proposing a 10-year jail term or a 20 million fine for a person selling alcoholic drinks before 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. on the workday. There's always been a member of parliament that is running after drunkards and trying to suggest laws and try to curtail the behavior of drunkards. I don't know how far it goes, because if at all I get a beer and I'm drinking at my balcony, then it's a working day, and then how will the law be able to catch up with me? George William Nyombi Tembo, you remember him, he was the member of parliament for Kasanda in Mubende, named the new executive director for the Uganda Communications Commission. He now replaces a very formidable technocrat. I don't know, this man comes from a political background now, replacing a technocrat, an engineer at that. We shall be able to see that. Then Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Diana Twina, said government intends to start vaccinating children against malaria early next year to boost the fight against the disease. She cried over adolescents that are dealing with HIV, living positively with it, and we saw that, and how she's passionate about health and the welfare of Ugandans is something that we must applaud her. Now, the Chief Magistrate and the State Attorney from Zimbabwe were caught in a corruption scandal over soliciting a bribe from court users. They were granted bail, but very embarrassing for the chief magistrate, having to wail and cry, and it was how washi Vanunji. It was very embarrassing. I yes, so it's very embarrassing for me to have
But of
seen
course,
that.
she's still presumed innocent.
Maybe we shall get into that. Parliament honors former minister Joyce Lovin Sampanga, who passed away earlier in the week, and she was celebrated for women emancipation. She actively participated in women movements in Buganda Kingdom. She served there greatly, and we saw how active the Kabaka was in that. And notably, she's the mother of senior counsel David Mpanga there. Very great man in the legal profession. Then conflict-weary Somalia was on Friday admitted into the East African community as the 8th member of the bloc as it seeks to expand free trade across the region. Now, in something that we've been following up, and it seems it's not about to stop, the leader of opposition has maintained their boycott, insisting that they will only return when the executive is ready to offer an explanation for missing persons. We put our topic of discussion on our social media platforms. Go right ahead and give us feedback. Later on in the show, I'll give you an opportunity to contribute on 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. Let me welcome the panel, and we get into our topic of discussion. Council Bwenje Deusdedit is a lawyer, regular panelist on the big seat. Peter Mpaka, member of the National Unity Platform, wearing a red beret, and regular on the big set. And we have Musa Tukwatanese, who is a member of the National Resistance Movement, MK Project, MK Movement, team chairman. I want to welcome all of you and our very beautiful audience that is catching the show up to 11 a.m. Good morning, Bwenje, and welcome to the big set.
Yes, I'm fine, and maybe you and my friends here. I want to start off by welcoming the temporary truce which has been reached out by the state of Israel and the Hamas. It's temporary, and the terms there are that some prisoners are going to be swapped, and we continue to call upon the two sides to exercise restraint and try to enforce and respect the rules of international humanitarian law, especially the rules of war. And of course, as the National Revolution for the Restoration of Uganda, NARU, of which I'm the president, our policy has always been that we are in support of a two-state solution, whereby Palestine is a state of itself, and Israel is a state on itself as well. And then the second point, I want to encourage and to advise the Chabazinga of Soga to ensure that he's not a stooge or the puppet of the NRM government. Because if you watch the wedding and the proceedings that are at, he doesn't seem to be an independent person like a king is. He appears to be under the arms and the legs of the NRM, of the junta actually. Of course, we are also shocked that the president of the National Unity Platform was not at the wedding, in spite of being invited. And of course, we want to know why. But of course, the media has come out and said it's because of the intimidation by the state apparatus. And so I want to advise the king that he should put his people first and not the regime. Because even in his speech, the first person he thanked was the president. Now, that is dangerous to a monarch like him.
But if at all
That's
it's
dangerous.
the president who literally financed this wedding, what did you expect the king to do?
No.
Yes, we know for sure that.
And you see, no one asked him to.
No, you
to
did
do
not.
so.
You and I
No.
know that you did not.
So I just encourage him to stay clear of politics, especially, and try to represent and actually and aim for the advancement of the interests of the people of Busoga, especially because they are one of the poorest people in our country. And then the third, of course, is the murder of the late Katanga. It's so unfortunate that a man can just die, or a woman can just die, and of course, it only speaks to the level of domestic violence in our state. And I want to,
but counsel, how are you the same person who says that he's how worship and Vanunji is innocent?
Yes.
But very quickly to say that what happened in Mbuya was out of a domestic violence issue.
Yes,
because now
two people were
the same principle should apply. You cannot be sure what if there was an intruder.
No, domestic violence does not mean that someone has either been convicted of the same or not.
No,
but
it could have been
when spouses fight.
That no one knows.
Is domestic violence.
No one knows cancer.
No. You see, we are here to investigate what actually happened, and what we have is that there was a fight.
Okay.
There was a fight, and of course, I've seen the president come out. He seems to have a very keen interest in the matter. Maybe because the spouse of the late is a military contractor, and the late maybe comes from his home district, and most of the relatives of the same are soldiers. So I think the president is being drawn. But it is strange because I've not seen him generate this kind of interest in a matter where opposition people have been killed.
We shall get into that. Welcome, Councillor Boyanje Dawes did it there. Peter Mpaka, good morning and welcome to the big set.
Good morning, WestJ, and good morning, our dear listeners. WestJ, me, I just wanted to comment something very small on this case that we are talking about. Me, I'm talking as an ordinary man. I'm not a lawyer. But for me, my issue would be we should investigate why Mr. Katanga came home late in the morning, because that is the cause of all the chaos. Because apparently I read in the mustard seed that one time some soldiers of President Museveni drank alcohol, and one, because he was intoxicated, killed the other. And when they were arguing out the case and they wanted to punish the one who killed, they said no, it is not him who killed, but the alcohol which was in him. So for you as lawyers or as court people, you should make sure that you also investigate what if Mr. Katanga also came with people in his own
well
home.
Because
so
of the
those are
subjudice,
questions,
and this is a matter before court.
Yes.
Let's just allow that pass. But
so
yes.
For me, my main concern, maybe my one note, I've already greeted the listeners. My one note would be on the issue of service delivery in our city. The ebikutu, what can we call them? The channels, the drainage channels, every time it rains. And I have two particular areas where really it is an emergency. So if there is anyone listening in and you're responsible over this city and you're in office before Peter Mpaka comes to be the city mayor in 2026 and onwards, please save us. People in Ruentondo are going to crash into a drainage channel.
All right,
they made a bridge and it was washed away, and they haven't even covered the culverts. There is a hole, it is open, the water is washing away the soil, and it's so bad.
Welcome,
so we
Peter
call
Mpaka.
upon the council to do something.
Welcome, Peter Mpaka, to the big set. Musa Tkwatan say good morning and welcome to the big set.
Good morning, my brother.
Speak to the microphone. Musa, your leader invited the king to go and pick cows. That's ridiculous.
Yes.
Culturally, it's unacceptable, Mr. Tkwatanas.
Good morning, my brother, and good morning to our dear listeners, and welcome to the big seat. First of all, I want to first begin with the note you have put across of our leader inviting the king to come and pick cows. You know, we live in different societies, and different societies have different culture beliefs and have different trends. So, for example,
you see, in law, council will tell you that if at all you've chosen to do anything with a party whose culture is important, then you must abide to that culture, right? Even in marriage, if I chose to marry a Mnyarwanda, I will have to abide by the culture of the Banyarwanda. If at all the general was in Busoga, he was bound by the culture of the Busoga.
I must say that what is happening is that because politics has swung everything, whatever is done now, the public interprets it politically. But as a matter of fact, General Mhozikinerugaba giving the king cows and inviting the cows to pick, rather inviting the king to pick the cows, is an indicator that General Mhozikinerugaba is more interested in making the king of Soga his friend and his family friend, as per Ankole culture and as per General himself.
Okay.
That's why he said, as my friend, you have to come and pick the cows so that you become part of the family.
Okay.
And secondly, I want to put it across that this week on Thursday, we were celebrating the birthday of one of our pillars in the MK movement, Chairman Toyota Michael Kaguta, and we thank such people for the great cause they are fronting to Ugandans.
Welcome, Musa
Thank you.
Kwatan. So welcome Peter
our dear
Mpaka.
listeners.
All right, let's kick off a short break. When we come back into the topic of discussion. Good morning.
It's tough, it's bold, it's real politics. The Big Seat on 91.2 Crooze FM. Great music.
Great music.
Great friends.
Great friends.
The Big Seat on 91.2 Crooze FM. Great music.
Great music.
Great friends.
Great friends.
It's bold, it's tough, it's real politics here on Western Uganda's biggest radio station, 91.2 Crooze FM. Great music, great friends. The Big Seat. My name is Wesige Banyaji here on Plot 12 Mutilen. Now, you can be able to watch the show on Crooze TV. That's on YouTube and TikTok. But also catch it online wherever that you are on www.cruisefm.com/stream. Don't forget, you can be able to follow, like, comment, give us feedback on 91.2 Crooze FM on Facebook and 912 Crooze FM on X. Go like, follow, comments. We shall appreciate that feedback. Now, the topic of discussion is already on our socials, so you can be able to go and keep the conversation on. But later on, you'll have the opportunity to call in on 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. Now, November Love. Here at Crooze FM, we are celebrating 12 years of being the biggest in the region. What we do is we give back to our listeners. We partner with a couple of businesses, and we want to appreciate the so many businesses that have been a part of the campaign. We're literally on our final stretch, but we want to say thank you so much. We want to thank you so much. And to the listeners, I hope you've gotten that t-shirt, you've been able to get that hamper, you've been able to get that cement, that TV, that fridge. I think it's only the car that didn't make it through. But nevertheless, we commit to give you the best yayin. Yeah. Now, we're doing something way better for you. If at all you've not experienced a VIP treatment, just sitting back and having the entertainment from the biggest artist if at all we can categorize the men and women, I think in the female category. The king herself will be making it here with her whole band on the 9th of December at Las Vegas Hotel. It's just 50,000 shillings for you to experience all that. And then if you want VVIP, that's for a table 800,000, definitely will come with so much so that you can be able to have the indeed VIP ultimate experience courtesy of Crooze FM. Now we're back to our conversation. The Speaker of Parliament this week came out tough to say that they had given the Speaker, I think the Deputy Speaker Thomas Taibo had given government a couple of days to come up with a report on the missing persons that are being spelled out by the opposition. The opposition, led by Matthias Mpuga, have been absconding from plenary, but attending the committees and travels and all that. And they're saying they will definitely not return to Parliament until the executive tables this report on about 18 people that are missing. The Speaker came out very tough this week and said, well, if at all you're going to continue to miss the plenary, you'll be excused from the committees, you will not travel abroad, and the East African Parliamentary Games slated to take place in Kigali, Rwanda, you will not be a part of that team that will go. And she counted that 6 sittings now. She's waiting for the 15 so that some of the vacancies can be created in Parliament, if at all she goes by the rules of procedure of Parliament. Our question today is the Speaker in order? Is it a matter of leadership that is the problem here? Should she be tough because it has gone overboard by the opposition? What is there that can be done to rescue the situation? To help me discuss this and much more is Council Bwenje Daus Didit, who is a lawyer. Peter Mpakai belongs to the party that is in the middle of things, the National Unity Platform, and Musa Twatandese, who is a part of the NRM, but most especially the Mhozi project. Council Bwenje, we now know that the Speaker is not going to put up with all that is happening with the opposition, and the opposition came out to give a rebuttal to that effect and saying that, well, whatever the threats, we shall not come back until the 18 people that are missing are accounted for. So the Speaker is in it alone, for lack of a better word.
Yeah,
Gwenja.
now, I want to first state a few things. And especially I want to say that if a person has provided you food, that person can actually dictate what you should do for him or her. Now, if General MK and his father and sponsored the wedding, then
Council Bwenje, we are talking about
yes,
the
yes.
topic
And
of
I'm
discussion.
coming,
You will have time for that as we conclude.
I'm coming there.
Yeah.
It's really so strange and really embarrassing to the king. And of course, it should actually give him a lesson that these people just look at you as a messenger. Let's
Okay,
not
please
forget
go
also
to the
that
topic.
the president had once in the past appointed him a special presidential envoy until we went to the Constitutional Court and the appointment was revoked. Now, as to what you are saying here, the position of the law, absurd as it is that the parliament can do without the opposition. The proceedings of Parliament under the rules of procedure, statutory instrument number 30 of 2021, do not mandate that for the proceedings of Parliament to continue or even start, members of the opposition must be there. Parliament can go on even without opposition MPs.
But with the Westminster kind of model, where Parliament is holistic, bicameral,
yes.
where both, both sides of the Speaker are vital in legislation.
You see, what you are saying is that
If at all they were inconsequential anyway, there wouldn't be any.
What if the people of
Any
Uganda
skirmish
didn't
now.
vote for any opposition member? So
Very unlikely, though.
Should there be no parliament? Of course not.
Mm.
So the law as it is, it allows Parliament to go on. Now, under Rule 112.1 of the Rules of Procedure, it is the duty of every member of Parliament to attend the sittings of the House and the committees. You can only miss if you have leave of absence, which is issued only by the Speaker. So you must apply for leave, and if the Speaker allows you, then you are allowed to miss. And in exceptional cases, the chief whip of a party can inform the Speaker that so and so is not able to attend the sitting of today or tomorrow because of A, B, and C. But still, the permission of the Speaker is important. So there's no provision of the Constitution or even the Rules of Procedure which allows a member to miss even one sitting of Parliament without the express permission of the Speaker. And as far as we
Councillor
know,
Boynes,
yes,
we can put it on record too that a person of the First Lady,
Yes.
person of the First Lady,
Yes.
who is a member of Parliament, an ex-official member
Yes.
of Parliament,
but the
being
member
a
of
minister,
Parliament,
being a minister of education,
and Kahindo Tafira as
has
well.
not made appearance
Even
in that
Kahindo
Parliament.
Tafira, yes.
Kahindo Tafira is a member of Parliament
Yes.
elected by the people of Ruhinda,
No, you see-
and he has not made an appearance on the floor of Parliament.
Exactly.
The same with the Right Honourable Rebecca Ritwara Kadaga. They've
Yes.
not made any appearance on Parliament. We've
Yes.
not seen the
But you
Speaker
see-
sanction them.
You see, that doesn't entitle the members of the opposition to miss.
But you see, the law should be
Exactly.
having
And
no
I'm coming
sign.
there.
Mm.
I'm coming there. Okay. As far as we all know, the Speaker has not allowed any member of the opposition to miss. And the Speaker has not allowed, as far as we know, the Honorable Katam 7 to miss. Okay? So they can only miss when they have the permission of the Speaker. And what she has to do if somebody consistently misses, she has to warn them. Then that's the first step. Now, if they consistently miss and are in contempt of the warning, then she has to refer them to the Committee on Rules, Privileges, and Discipline. Now, if the member is found guilty of that conduct, they cease to be members of Parliament. So the Speaker alone cannot expel an MP. So it is the decision of the committee. And it doesn't matter if it is tabled in Parliament or not. As long as there's a finding of guilty, then you cease to be an MP.
And we've only seen those in about 2 instances where General Henry Tumukunde lost that slot in Parliament, and Mr. Nsobuga Kipoy, I think, was a member of Parliament.
But
from
you remember for the
Yes.
Henry Tumukunde instance, the Supreme Court actually ruled that it was wrong of the president to order him, to order him to leave the position of an army MP. Okay, so there, of course, that is an exception. So what I also think and know is that what the Speaker can do under Rule 113 is to suspend an MP who continues to miss sittings of the committee. That power she has, but she does not have power to order an MP not to attend the East African Parliamentary Games.
The same with committees? Because she has said she will extend it to committees
No.
and travels.
Committees are expressly provided for by the law. She has power to suspend an MP from a committee, and when that happens, then the deputy, then the chairperson. If the person is a chairperson, then in his or her absence, the deputy chairperson takes over the proceedings of the committee, and if both of them are not there, then the members who are there elect a person to be their chairperson. But she also does not have power to order an MP to lose his allowance, his guards.
Okay, thank you.
So what the speaker is doing is partially right and partially wrong in law.
Okay, thank you. Musa Tukwatanese, I want us to, because I think, honestly, where I sit, this is a purely issue of leadership. You see, I'm a leader in so many aspects. And a good leader, you do not necessarily have to wield a lot of power and authority, and you use a lot of be unilateral and try to make sure that your subordinates oblige by hook or crook, whether they like it or not. Sometimes there is a soft skill that you'll have to apply to these human beings who are adults, and you have a dialogue, and you sometimes even beg them. Don't you think that the speaker should be able to employ better skills in dealing with this situation than rather being unilateral and having to remind them of how much power that she has and how far she can go? Don't you think that she should be able to handle it a bit better?
Thank you, my brother. Basing on the situation in Parliament, first of all, I will first deal with what forced the speaker to do that. I won't say that the speaker is completely right, and I cannot say she's wrong. But we must brainstorm on what caused it. When you look at the Parliament, now that we are heading to 2026, majority political actors are now trying to use it as a platform, a campaigning platform for 2026. That's why you will see a lot of comedy. By the it is coming. You will see a lot of comedy from now up to 2026. Because majority of those MPs, especially from the central, that's how they win an election. And now you are imagining...
You see now,
and now...
You see now, that is the level of tribalism that we talk about here. MPs from central
but central
win
does
election.
not mean Baganda.
Hey.
It does not mean Baganda.
Why not Western? Why isn't it talking of North?
Now,
So,
now
and
please,
see-
can you allow me submit?
Yes, allow him.
Please.
Now, on that very note, you will not convince me that this is the MP that is crying for human rights, that the fellows have been abducted, which is bad, if at all it's true. And I personally also condemn it if at all it's true. That you are complaining that people have been abducted, then for that matter, you are not attending parliamentary sessions. But the same fellow goes to sit in committees, sign allowances. Now it is East African Games starting on, is it 6th December? Now the fella that is dodging parliamentary sessions want to go there because he knows those games won't be monitored by the voters. But here in Parliament, where he knows maybe the voters will know I have absconded the parliamentary sitting because of the people being abducted, now I will show the powers. Now the speaker is very right to come out and guide and say, please, if at all you say you want to continue absenting yourself from the sittings, please also leave the committees.
But must the speaker dictate of how the members of the opposition must boycott? Isn't it their right to decide how they can do it?
It is their right to I have always quoted it that in council, when and you are the good thing you are a council, you know that the rights have limits. Under chapter 4 article 43, they are limited. You want only say you have the rights to abscond from the sittings, to absent yourself from sittings. Then you say you have rights to sit in committees. But also as you are missing the parliament, also the voters that voted you to represent them in the parliament have their rights to hear your voice, to see you presenting their issues in parliament. So if they raise on their rights to say, why are you not representing them? So when you look at it, you see that the MPs, what they are doing is wrong.
All right, let's stop.
And two wrongs can't make one thing correct.
All
So
right.
they must also check.
Thank you. We're hitting a short bumper. We'll be right back. Good morning.
It's tough. It's bold. It's real politics. The Big Seat on 91.2 Crooze FM. Great music,
Great music.
great friends.
Great friends.
Fifteen minutes to the top of the hour here in Western Uganda's biggest radio station, 91.2 Crooze FM. Great music, great friends. Good morning. My name is Wesi Gibanyaji, and you're on the big set. I want to thank you so much for listening to the show, and especially those that listening all the way from the start up to the end. And it's tight on you to miss this show. Every Saturday, you make sure that you listen. I want to say thank you. Now, I want to give back to you. November Love is here. We are celebrating 12 years of being the best in the region. And we're great on music, great friends. We're giving back. Now, I have a bottle of wine and something beautiful from Sub's Parlor there, so that you can be able to go and eat it and then take a bottle of wine. You're going to call me up for November Love Goodie on 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. Now, the BGA Winery is located at Tankiel Hostel, just right there on the shops. You can be able to get everything wine on 0702794693, and they can be able to deliver on your doorstep. So if at all you want original wine, that's where you can be able to find the bread sweet, bread dry, and white dry wines, all made from natural fruits. Talk about organic mangoes, organic oranges, and all that is grown here in the Pearl of Africa. Call me up on 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. Hello, caller.
Yes, Black.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. November love.
And November love.
Now, let me ask you just 2 questions so that you can be able to win yourself. Have you won yourself anything yet?
No.
What is happening on the 9th of December?
This is the Crooze Ultimate Experience.
Beautiful. Who is coming for that?
Seeing the sun.
All right. Where is it happening?
At Las Vegas Hotel, Mbarara.
How much is going in? How much is entries?
It's 50K for ordinary and the VIP 800K.
All right. Tell me your name and give me your number and location. You win yourself.
This is Herbert Ayesiga Mukama in Buhweju.
Herbert Ayesiga Mukama.
Yes.
All right. You're in Buhweju.
Yes.
Give me your number.
070
070
200
200
63
63
then 03.
03. All right, you win yourself a very beautiful 5-course meal at Subs Parlor. Subs Parlor is located right there as you go Bananuka Drive, and you can pick or you can place your orders on 0705 200 and 055. The best on pizza and all kind of food, chicken, crispy chips, and everything beautiful food right there. And you also win yourself a wine from BGA Winery. Thank you so much and congratulations, Herbert. Let me come to Musa Peter Parker here. The Speaker of Parliament is at it again. You know very well what's happening in Parliament. And he's saying, wait, if at all you think you've done it all, let me show you that I have the power. But the leader of opposition is also not seated. Said, we shall not, comply. We shall not abide. We shall not, be forced into it. And here we are. What do you think will cut the impasse?
Thank you, our listeners that are tuning in. And I also want to first appreciate my fellow panelists here, Council Wenje and the political antidote, who is now being antidoted for the submissions. Now, I want to first state this, that the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Triple A, is, I think, a political accident to the NRM, and the big wigs in the NRM must be really embarrassed. I think she's a simple village girl and somebody who doesn't fit. Somebody who doesn't fit. It's my own words and it's my own opinion.
I think that's below
who
the
doesn't
belt.
fit even
For you to call
be
a whole person is a
somebody,
third in hierarchy.
yes, and
protocol
exactly. You've
to be a
actually
village girl
qualified.
is-
You've qualified my statements, because what are the roles? What are the roles of a speaker? Please, let's have
let's
some.
allow him.
What are the roles? Actually, who should be a speaker? Actually, what she's doing reminds me of a certain referee of a Manchester Arsenal match. When Manchester scored, the referee first ran and celebrated with the fans. And that's exactly the referee that we have in Parliament. And I think one of the credentials of being a speaker is that you should be neutral. You should be, actually, you asked a very good question to Mosat Kwatanise about leadership, that what we are seeing is somebody who is not fit to be a leader seated in that seat. And I want to congratulate the Noop. I want to congratulate my president, Bobby Wine. I want to congratulate our LOP, Masha Simpuga, for embarrassing this junta and taking it rightly tight at the neck. Because if there is an issue of national, and I want to state it actually and counteract also the submission of council here, that though you're trying to say that as per the law, the speaker is partially right and partially wrong, we cannot have partially right and partially wrong. You're either right or you're wrong, because this is a number 3 in the country. So for me, If there is an issue that should bother any Ugandan, it should be the abductions, it should be the extrajudicial killings, it should be the kidnaps, it should be the way people are disappearing. And the roles of an MP, one of the roles of an MP is representation. And the MPs have boycotted Parliament plenary. It is even on the Hansard and it is official. And walkouts are part of is a strategy that can be employed in the dispensation of multi-party politics. So there's no way you can say that because they walked out, therefore they don't deserve to be MPs. There is no way you can say because they walked out on the principle of representation. They are saying we are demanding the junta to account for the missing 18, and that is it. They are not saying we are absent on parliament because we are seated in Chikubo eating katogo. They are out of parliament on an issue of national importance and on an issue that is official on the answer of parliament.
Let me inform the comrade that these people who are missing the penal, they are the very people attending to committees. They are the very people who want to join East African Parliamentary Games at the same time. Even breakfast and lunch, they eat it from parliamentary canteens.
Yes, and
that's why the Honorable Member of Parliament for Honorable Dan Chimosho raised on an issue and said, if they are saying they don't want even to appear here at Parliament, we always see them around. Why can't they go? Then we know that surely they don't want to represent their people.
The question I will put to you and Dan Chimosho is, do MPs have only one role? They also have to do budgeting. They also have to do other roles. So I am saying it is right for them to be out of plenary because they want to represent the missing 18. Because even the 18 have a right to be represented. Now, and they are saying,
brother,
if you want to cut this short.
The reason is simple. Let me provide the guidance. Let me provide the guidance. Because what I know, you are saying that the MPs are absconding the sittings on a matter of representation. And you are saying they have other roles of budgeting, planning, and others. Yes. And I know wherever the budget is made, wherever a policy is made by a committee, it is brought at the floor of Parliament for discussion, so that it is either passed or sent back to the committee. And now these are the people not in the Parliament. How will the budgeting be done?
But
and the sitting when they are absconding the sittings?
Yes. If a person is aggrieved, should now the perpetuator of the same be the one to determine how the aggrieved party must express themselves? I think for you to say, because you've decided to keep away from plenary, do away with everything, I think the speaker is not necessarily right. Right? I think we can all agree that if at all these people have decided to stay put with plenary and continue with, because majority of the work is done in the committees anyway. Plenary is literally the icing on the cake. So, don't you think now the speaker is only wise that she allows the members to do what is the most important? That's on the work that is done in committees.
For me, I think what Musa Tukwatanise should do, together with the AAA, I think let me finish my submission, then please. They can come in. Together with the AAA and all extremists of the NRM, they should separate political cadreship from being a parliamentary speaker. Differentiate the two. Just know that we picked, that's why up to today, I miss Rebecca Kadaga. Wherever she needed to be balanced, she would be balanced. Whenever she needed to do political extremism for the sake of her party, she would do it. She knew the right time to judge, the right time to strike, the right time to cool down. So for me, I want to congratulate the opposition for being at the neck and consistently and tightly on the neck of the junta that they should explain. Because we saw the Right Honorable Prime Minister She came and said, we have one of them and we have them, we know where he is. So we are saying, where is he?
All right.
So I want to end like this. For me, if the government is feeling this too much pressure, instead of Musa Tukwatanise coming here to make lamentations, they should come out officially with a statement and explain where our people are.
Okay, Council Banja, before we hit.
Now, where the question should be, is there an MP who is allowed to miss the sitting of the House or a committee without the express permission of the Speaker? There's nobody, and there's no instance where you can miss.
But you see, members of the opposition
now,
have put it to us that actually their grievances have been officially made known to the Speaker of Parliament. So it is not
exactly
it's not grapevine that she's getting to know this
under
information.
Under Rule 112, in exceptional circumstances, the whip can inform the Speaker, but still the Speaker has to grant permission.
All right,
so my query is that at any instance there must be permission by the Speaker.
Let's link up in the second hour. I'll be able to open up the lines so that you can contribute to the talk of discussion. Good morning.
It's tough. It's bold. It's real politics. The Big Seat on 91.2 Crooze FM. Great music.
Great music.
Great friends.
Great friends.
We are back. It's about 2 minutes past 10 a.m. on Western Uganda's biggest radio station, 91.2 Crooze FM. Great music. Great friends. Now, I bring you very good news on the 9th of December. We are having an ultimate experience, Cadets of Crooze FM, there at Las Vegas Gardens, where we are going to have a very good, evening with the King herself, Cindy, who is going to be coming with her entire band. Now, this is a part of giving back to you as we celebrate 12 years of being the best. But now the people of K-Town, Kasese, if at all you're there in Toroko, Bundubujo, all those surrounding districts, we at Elephant Lounge today. Go right there. The team is already hitting the road, and you'll be able to meet your favorite presenters, Juliana, Maya Konkuta, The Problem Child, all your favorite DJs, DJ Banks, DJ Star Saint, DJ Stinger, Belga MC, and so many of the team here is already on the road to come and give you a feel of what fun is. Yesterday was a mashup at Berlin Hotel. We're not about to stop all the way, but you get to win yourself a hamper courtesy of November Love each particular hour. How about one in the first hour? Don't forget that you can be able to get yourself a hamper right here in the second hour. Be able to raise a few questions so that you can be able to win that home. Now, we're talking about what the Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honorable Anita Mong, came out to say this particular week, of members of Parliament who have been boycotting, especially of the opposition, have been boycotting because of the human rights report that they've been asking of the executive for a couple of days now. That will be now extended to the committee. She's saying if at all you're boycotting plenary, do the same for committees, do the same for foreign travels, do the same for the East African Parliamentary Games that are happening in Kigali. Our question is the Speaker in order, to compel the members of Parliament to do away with their presence in committees? And she even went ahead to say that accountability committees that are headed by members of the opposition should think about appointing substantive leaders as all this is rolling on. Now, we would be able to also think about the quality of leadership of Parliament. In the days of the James Wapaka-Buloy, Francis Ayume, of Edward Sekandi, who were all phenomenal lawyers, did a good job. I think the history of this country has them in good books. Is now Anita Mong derailing the same? Is it a matter of emotional intelligence and dealing with some of these issues? General David Mohozi, the State Minister for Internal Affairs, and Kahindo Tafide, who is the Minister of Internal Affairs, said they provided the information that they needed to provide as far as the disappearances are concerned. Who should we now be looking up to give us the answers? Bwenje Dos Lidis is a lawyer. He's here with me. Peter Mpaka, member of the NUP, and Musa Tkwata, who is a member of the NRM. You can be able to join the conversation on our social media platforms, 912 Crooze FM on X and 91.2 Crooze FM on Facebook. But don't forget, you can be able to watch us and see whatever that is happening here on Plot 12 Muti Lane on Crooze TV. For YouTube and TikTok, don't forget to call in on 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. Bwenje.
Let me just
yeah.
Now, if Parliament, I think, actually is of the opinion that the Constitution, especially Article 831D, which provides that if a member misses 15 sittings in Parliament, she or he shall cease to be a member. If they think that that provision is harsh, then they should amend it and provide for an exception where even if you do not have the permission of the Speaker, you can be allowed to miss 15 or more sittings of Parliament, either where you have matters of national importance or so on. But as far as the law is now, it is 15 and no more. So the position, of course, is harsh, but that is the law. So, and until when the constitution is amended and the rules of procedure of parliament are amended, that is the law. The speaker, of course, who is the custodian of the rules of parliament, has the duty to protect the institution of parliament. So, and of course, you talked about the second, the Wapakabro, but let's also know that this boycott here, the level at which it is unprecedented. It has never happened in the history of Uganda that MPs
and
that much.
Now that calls for
that
leadership.
much.
That calls for leadership.
Yes.
In
But
the same
also
way, the opposition can say
it also
that
calls.
same has never happened.
Yes.
It's unprecedented for other leaders of
new.
opposition.
The circumstances are new.
Calling for
and
better leadership.
there's and the speaker has to resort to the rules. What
I would love
when
just hold it there, because I would want you to still come back.
Yeah.
The issue we all seem to underrate the issue of national importance on the table. Those who didn't walk out of parliament walked into the bush in 1981. And they were going into the bush, and one of the points that they had, that they used to convince Ugandans to give them food, to host them in their farms, in their forests, not to give out any information about them, was, we are tired of our people disappearing. We are looking. They cited examples of the Benichwanukas and the ministers and the doctors from Lago and everywhere. And the same things are the things we have put on the table of parliament. So for me, for us to say it is an issue of, I would want government also to come out and say the 18 are here.
But
and then from there the discussion can end. If these people, if the MPs continue, but if we are into the issues of the legalities, does the speaker have powers to?
But I am a member of the opposition, right? And I condemn the government for its systemic violation of human rights, especially extrajudicial killings, the harassment of the fishing communities, the harassment of the media, the detention without trial, the torture, the safe houses, and so on. But we must deal with the law as it is. The law is harsh, yes, but that is it. And so the MPs should take steps.
But also,
because under the constitution, there's no exception to missing 15 sittings of parliament. It's not there. You miss them, you go.
Can the same rule apply to Qatar Hamza?
Yes.
Can it apply to
It applies.
For purposes of guidance, I would request the Speaker of Parliament to apply the law to all members, not opposition, not what. If she has said that those who have been missing penalty should not
without her permission,
should not participate in East African Games. Even the NRM people should be affected.
No, that one of East African Games is not in the rules.
No.
What is in the rules is her power to suspend an MP from a committee.
But gentlemen,
nothing else.
Gentlemen, wait a minute.
Nothing else.
Don't you think this would be a sideshow?
No.
Of having the whole now issue of boycott be the center of discussion instead of the matter. The gist of the matter is the 18 people are accounted to. Can that be the conversation?
Yes. You see, under Rule 112.1, every member must attend. There's no exception there. The only exception is if you have the permission of the speaker. Now, issues of national importance are not catered for under Rule 112.
You see,
that is the absurd position of the law.
You see, you're taking.
You cannot miss.
No,
but I understand where Wenje is coming from.
Yes.
Wenje is saying
if there's a need for amendment, they should amend it.
There is a law
yes.
that empowers the speaker
yes.
to do whatever she's supposed to do within the law.
Yes.
And that is no exception of whoever is doing it. That is the
whether
position.
it is the assassination of people or what.
But you see,
the law is mute on it.
Yes, but you see, the law is a living thing that must be able to breathe life in the citizens of that country
by amendment. But it has not been amended. So what the speaker is doing by suspending MPs from committees, she is right. What she's not right about is telling them not to participate in the East African Games, or even to take their allowances. That is wrong because they are still MPs. But the moment they hit 15 sittings, basing
on Council Bwenje's statement, there is this MP, Ronald Evans Kanyike, MP Bukoto East. He has made a statement that when I took my oath, it was to defend the Constitution. Therefore, I cannot comfortably sit in Parliament when the Constitution I saw to protect is being violated. Yes, it is being violated, but he as well took an oath to abide by the rules and the procedures of Parliament.
What comes first, bro? But let's go to the life. Let's go to the life.
You see, here the rules of procedure of Parliament were made under the Constitution.
The Constitution.
So they are not outside the Constitution.
So as he breaks the rules and procedures of Parliament, he's breaking the Constitution.
And that's cool. 88 and 94.
Let's go to the lifeline of the show. Let's get the feedback. On Facebook, you call yourself Honorable Honest. You're saying the Speaker Mong may not be completely right, but she has the powers to punish any misbehaving legislator. Besides, boycotting Parliament clearly shows that the opposition members of Parliament are already seeking for public attention and sympathy from their voters than discussing matters at hand. They pretend to care for their constituents, yet it's not the case. Ivan Palbob, you're thanking us for the show, and you're catching it from Uganda. You're saying, I can't really wait for this if I put in action. But the problem is with Uganda, very good plans and suggestions, but poorly implemented. I really love the MPs have taken it a joke boycotting the parliamentary meetings. Crescent Saja, you're in Isinjiro, in Tungu, you're saying, my opinion is that the speaker is 100% right. Because how can members miss to attend the meeting, yet they're paid salary for the same? On my side, even if they should be expelled from Parliament, well, that's so way too far. Golden Collins, you're saying, you're listening again from Rugazi here in Barra. The speaker is right to some extent. However, as a person, I think the members of Parliament should continue to boycott the sittings until they come out to free the people who are arrested and not charged. Uganda is free for all. Thank you. Mosaic Cox, you're saying, thank you for the show. I would only suggest the president scraps off this parliament, because it's doing nothing but just confusion. Both the opposition and the ruling governments have not yielded good for the country. That's why the speaker can't even direct the right position. You're in Kachika. Turiam Sima Gordon, you're saying, I think the speaker is somehow right, because this will reduce absenteeism of members of parliament, and it will bring the sleeping MPs to be active in Parliament. You listen again from Ruhar Vocational Training Institute. Wakanda, very big contributor of the big say. You're saying our Parliament has too many members to deliver services effectively. That's why they are always wasting time and eating free money that is made by the taxpayers who vote for them. Where do Ugandans benefit? People vote them, and but those MPs are just after their interest and politicizing everything. They should be reduced by half. Thank you so much. Let me now catch the calls on 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. The big set.
Council.
Yes, good morning. Mohereza from Katibani in Kamwenje.
My man, it's always a pleasure to organize me. That shows that I'm a big friend of Western Uganda's biggest radio, 91.2, Crooze FM.
That's for sure.
But November Love,
it's happening, but most importantly, now it's the 9th of December at Las Vegas, where Cindy is coming to give us the ultimate experience.
Oh, Cinderella Sanyu, you'll be attending there.
Okay, to the matter, to the topic of discussion.
So, I will first thank the panels that you have brought today, because they all have good issues. My issue on this, I think that the Speaker of the Parliament was actually right, because you see these MPs, the Member of Parliament, they are being paid our money. We as Ugandans, Now, you'll be surprised, because of these people are not attending like 3 times or 4 times, and they want to be paid. So So me, I think that these members, when you don't attend the parliament, like Sila is this, they ban you from that parliament, and you brief as you come back, right?
Okay, thank you, Muhedeza.
Okay, brother.
All
Nice
right.
time.
All right, thank you. The big say, we just lost that call on 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. The big say.
Yes, Dr. Gabanya.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. What's your name and where you at?
I'm speaking with Crooze and Sajako.
Yes, hello, caller.
This is Andrew Vinomugisa from Reville Sozi Kombesa.
Yes, yes, please.
I think what the speaker did was correct because you
Oh, sadly, network blew you out. But call back. The big say.
Aro,
Yes, please.
Jordan Morata and Sam Kopshin.
Yes, Jordan Morata in Bushenyi.
When I Kawesi,
Wanj.
I say, and Tesha Kora Chifil.
Hmm.
I woke up to my Shuadra and go, oh, yeah, Dima, see travel and 2 hours. And I want to Kiraka Rurungo Zekuba teacher. On it, when to was you going to which the candidates in the Chingamba.
Hmm.
Anakata brava opposition buonkana angwana n'abayina lema bokubura nabo the parliament yana eweho der tugumena president agumena na kana tishobgereza.
All right, dear, very mnonga. On 752-912-912 and 780-912-910. Give us your feedback on Facebook and on X. I'll be able to read some of that. Niwamanya Edson, you're saying, I no longer want to hear anything concerning this parliament of ours because all they're doing ends up with no results. You're listening in from Kakoba BSU. Thank you. Kuichudise Agri, you're saying, I think they should not be allowed to travel abroad, but even suspend them from parliament. Christian Saja, we heard from you. Derek Tademwa, you think that's for the show, and you're saying the speaker's force will result into something else. She isn't aware, or because government has given enough time to respond according to that, to what the opposition was requesting, which time has elapsed. Why is it that when it was to respond, that's when the minister responsible traveled? How does that stop from giving the report? I think all Ugandans were behind the opposition until the missing persons came out. In law, the speaker is using force, and that force will yield the same like Honorable Jack's judgment as Commissioner of Parliament. Ronald Mokonyeze on Facebook, you're saying, thank you for the show. You're catching it from Nyonza Ranchers in Chankwanzi. The opposition leaders are right to boycott the plenary session until the people who are suffering in Luzira just for no reason are released. The government of Uganda needs to promote freedom for everyone, not only those that are supporting NRM. I'm going to come back to more of your messages, but maybe let me see who is watching on Crooze TV. Fred Wa United, you at Comprehensive College, thank you. Tukamhebwa Alan, you're in Uganda University watching the show. Tumtejeri is Mishaj, you thank God for the show, and all the way in Dubai. Amos Nwataho, thank you in Ruharo. Greenwood Shaggy, which is Robert, Nwajala David, and Shabe Anselm, I see you. Turiatunga, Ronald Roche, so many of you are catching the show, and to appreciate you so much. You're doing us good. Let's stop off for a break. When we come back into the topic of discussion and more of your feedback. Don't touch it because the discussion is still on until 11 a.m. Good morning.
We don't play music.
We are back. It's 24 minutes past 10 o'clock on Western Uganda's biggest radio station, 91.2 Crooze FM. Great music, great friends. Good morning. My name is Wesi Gebanyaji. The big set is on. Now, if at all you stay around K-Town, that's Kasese, and every other place around, we're giving you very good news today. This Saturday, particularly now at Elephant Lounge, is November Love. Now you're going to win yourself a couple of goodies there. Go and experience good music, meet presenters, get everything nice, and all that is courtesy of November Love. We're celebrating 12 years and we want to thank you so much. Yesterday, we carried out some corporate social responsibility in Kashari there, where we donated building materials to our primary school, and we were delighted to see the head teacher, the teachers, the pupils, and the clean environment under which these students are studying. I think there is still hope for this country. Things are all not lost. We were given hope yesterday, and the building, and we were part of that in a very special way, and want to thank them so much for allowing us to do that. And the people at Berlin yesterday was really a very beautiful experience. We had fun, ate, drank, and made merry. Now, we extending this on the 9th of December, where all roads will lead to Las Vegas Hotel for the King herself, Cindy, the ultimate cruise experience, where we are giving you all VIP access at only 50,000 shillings, and the VIP ticket at 800,000. That's for our table. I hope to see you there, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. This is for all of us as we get to celebrate 12 years. And here at the Big Seat, I'll be able to give a couple of goodies in this hour. So just don't leave your radios. Chris and Saja, just a short while, I'll be able to give you a goodie. So you'll be able to call back. Let me come back to studio. And Bwenje.
You see, the most fundamental question that we all must be interested in answering is of the three branches of government: executive, parliament, and the judiciary, which is responsible for the torture of people. Is it parliament? No, it is not. Unless parliament has become soft on the executive arm of government, then there I can understand. But where you go to parliament, and parliament has ordered the executive to account, then parliament has done its job.
But if I tell the executive doesn't account, then what?
It is not the parliament.
Then what?
Now
you're saying
then attack the institutions of the executive, not parliament. So
how best can they demonstrate that?
I think the opposition opposition is misdirecting.
No. You see, you cannot. No, you cannot.
Producing the people.
Council Bwenji. Council Bwenji.
No. Let me help you. Let me help you. But Bwenji should know better.
Yes.
That parliamentary government business.
Yes.
Is led by the Prime Minister.
Yes, not the Speaker.
Who sits in Parliament.
Not the Speaker. But
you see,
yes.
How best can the opposition
Parliament is independent of the executive. When Parliament has invited the opposition and the government into Parliament to negotiate,
whatever,
and they fail.
You see, I told you
the fault is not with Parliament.
I told you that professionally I'm a medical laboratory scientist. And I teach chemical pathology. And when I'm teaching chemical pathology or disease diagnosis, basically, I teach the normal and then I teach the abnormal. I teach the physiology of how the liver should function, and then I tell you the pathological aspect of how the liver that is diseased behaves. We cannot be in a diseased parliament and we are discussing normal legalities that Bwenji is talking about. So that's why I'm saying
the question
that
is
the MPs are right.
Is parliament.
The MPs are right until government gives us an official explanation of what is going on. Because if we give a soft hand, if they come back to plenary, then the next thing is another person will be abducted. Let me give you an example here. A certain pastor here in Imbarara, maybe I can even mention the names, who, at Mairo 2 here, called Mujisa Joseph. He was preaching, and I think by conviction of the Holy Ghost, which has nothing to do with politics. He said, I will celebrate when Uganda gets a new president. I will drive my car crazy and celebrate on the streets of town and get a new suit when Uganda gets a new president. A guy was abducted. He was taken away to an unknown location. He was beaten thoroughly, knee, head, buttocks, everything was hit. And when Impaka Peter comes here and says, no, this is wrong, then you bring the legalities of the law.
He was not voted by Parliament.
And who should work on that? It should be Parliament. Parliament has come out. No, don't confuse me with your law. Parliament has come out to say we cannot sit when people like Mugisha Joseph are being mistreated like this. We would rather, we want people. No, it is the law.
Parliament has not said
the law.
The
statement.
But who is Parliament?
You see, Parliament is the MPs.
And we are saying yes.
And there has not been a resolution by Parliament that we should not sit. You see, actually, I want him to inform us what wrong has Parliament done.
Okay. The question I want you, Council Bowen, to help the listener understand. If I am a child whose father was abducted, taken away 3 years ago, literally. We've searched all police stations, applied for habeas corpus, did everything within our power. Our member of parliament has made noise on the floor.
Court.
Everything, they have made several applications, and none has resulted to the recovery of my father. How best should my member of parliament continue at that point? When the state minister for defense says, well, all that was within our power and in our possession has been laid on table, and there's nothing much we can do going forward. What is the hope of that son? What is the hope of that mother?
What should the speaker do when the minister is saying we have done all our best?
What should the speaker do?
But you see, there is a state. The state is superintendent.
I'm asking you. You see, you cannot blame parliament when there's nothing wrong. You must identify the wrong.
Nothing wrong?
What? No. What wrong has parliament done?
And that's what I'm here to tell you.
There has been abduction of people. Okay? But what is the role of parliament in that?
The wrong that parliament has done is for
it?
A section of MPs belonging to the so-called Yellow Party sitting comfortable and drinking tea as if everything is normal. Everything is abnormal in this country. It is wrong.
Let's allow
the picture. I would understand is that the speaker is soft on them, but has the speaker been soft?
I'm telling you, all the MPs who are sitting in plenary, that house should be empty as of today.
Let's allow Musa.
The parliament is represented by the speaker.
I told you a statement here.
I said one wrong which the speaker has done.
I've told you a statement. Those who didn't agree walked into the bush. Should the sun that what West has painted for you should is that what you recommend?
He should go to the bush. He should remove the executive from power.
But that's not constitutionalism.
No.
That's not constitutionalism,
but you cannot fault parliament for the actions of the executive. No.
But where does the executive get to account? In parliament.
Yes, and has parliament failed to ask them to account?
So if at all they don't account.
Now that is the fault of the executive, not parliament.
Now,
the role of parliament is to ask the executive account.
Then if at all they don't account.
Now that is not the fault of
where does the buck stop? Where does the buck stop?
Now the law does not empower parliament to punish.
Let me
let's allow. No. Let's allow.
First of all, what I want to put clear is that
what have you said?
The solution for the opposition MPs is to go to the bush and remove the executive. But parliament per se now has not done anything wrong. It's innocent. It has done its job.
Okay, let's allow
Mr. Council, I will begin with your last statement that parliament, the MPs or the people who are not.
Museveni did. He went to the
They
bush.
should not go to the bush because the wars of the 20th and the 19th century were used to be fought by a gun and an arrow. But as of now, people are elites. They must use a pen
don't
and
use
a
guns.
paper,
Yes,
change
and don't use
policies,
guns. Yes.
and have
Elites
a
don't
new
use guns.
government.
Let's allow
Now-
Musa. Let's
now,
allow
le-
Musa.
Allow me please submit. I must say that if at all these people who claim that their beloved ones were abducted have tried all chains and they have failed, we have very many national and international players in this. Let them involve the human rights.
They've done that.
And if they have done
they have
it-
written to the ICC.
And
They have
if-
done to the. They have,
because
they have made several
what
applications
I know
all over.
is that the national and actually if the national players are not helping, they can even involve the international players in this.
But Musa Twatanise.
there's no need even to
Musa,
go to
is
the
it- no,
UN.
wait. Musa, isn't it embarrassing for the government, superintended by General Kaguta Yoweri Tebohaburwa Museveni,
A former rebel.
to be in charge of the state of affairs in this country where Ugandans are not accounted for? Don't you find it embarrassing? I watched clips of General Museveni while in the bush. These are the things that made him sick to the bone marrow. He hated this kind of arrangement of having the state go out and pretend to do all that a state does without accounting for every human being in this jurisdiction.
I quote Mzee Museveni's speech in 1987 while presiding over, actually he was presiding over a certain function, and he made a statement, I quote, that I will never preside over a country
And here he is.
where citizens are being abducted, no accountability is made.
Yes,
Where
and here
people
it
are
is.
being tortured, no
And here it
accountability is made.
is.
And now what Mzee Museveni has tried to do has installed the systems of intelligence, of security, and of governance to make sure
Then give them
to
the
make
people.
sure
Exactly.
to make
And
sure.
when they fail, you attack those institutions.
Now,
who failed.
what
Not-
I want,
Not parliament.
what I want is, I want the
But I
Peter
think,
Mpaka.
Kasobonje, you have
Yes.
it wrong.
No,
No, I
really
Parliament
have
is
it
an independent-
wrong.
See, the role of parliament is
Speak to the
ask-
microphone.
See, the role of parliament is to ask the executive come and account.
And if they don't,
And if they don't, that's not the fault of parliament.
but
Parliament can, yes.
you see,
Parliament
No.
stops
Let's
at
allow
as
Musa
I
conclude.
said,
Yes.
as I said earlier, two wrongs cannot make something correct. What we must do now, as of now, may I encourage my brothers and sisters who claim that their relatives, their beloved ones were abducted, to come as a bond, raise to their issues.
Musa
Yes,
Kwatan, so those things have been done.
Now, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
We have to mock this
Let me
guy.
complete the statement.
Don't mock us,
Recently, I monitored the Uganda Human Rights Commission asking Kyagulanyi to avail the evidences and the names of those people, and Kyagulanyi failed to account for those people he's complaining of. Even if you go to
Is
the
he the
Twitter,
one supposed
official
to
Twitter
account?
account,
Is it the one
but
supposed
he is the one who was raising to the international players to seek for attention. And the Human Rights Commission asked, please, sir, you have been complaining since 2020 that these people have been abducted. Can you provide evidence
They
so that
did.
we begin
They did.
from there?
Maybe I can
So
give you that
the-
information.
the-
Musa Twatanese, at least I am not a member of the National Media Platform. But I know for sure the Secretary General, David Louis Lubongo, a very learned person, presented a list and particulars of these individuals to the Uganda Human Rights Commission. And Miss Wangadia, who is the chairperson of that same commission, came out and said to how much they know. They have been restricted by circumstances. They cannot find these people, and escalated that to ISO and CMI and whatever. And CMI and ISO is numb about it. And what do you want these people to do, Musa Twatanese?
Now,
for me, Westj, I think Musa has no answer. But
no,
me, I want to tell
let me
you-
complete my
me, I want to
statement.
tell you, Westj, that if these issues continue, they are going to result into a genocide in Uganda. Yes,
Of course.
because yes, it is the people whose people have disappeared. At least the president should come out and apologize. He has apologized for zebra. He came out and apologized for zebra. Senyange, over Senyange, over somebody. But I know zebra. He came out and said, "I think my boys made a mistake here. I apologize for this." He's the fountain of honor. He should come out and in a way
And
own
punish
this
them as well.
and
Not
punish
just
the people
guys.
who are doing this.
Okay.
So, but for us to say no, it is political attention. We are looking for I think the people, actually, even that parliament now, even the yellow side, they should walk out and boycott.
Okay, Musa, in a second.
In a second, I conclude by saying that the parliament of Uganda, that is meant to make policies, that is meant to monitor government programs, that is meant to budget, that is meant to legislate, to represent the people, should not be the point of the center of fights, the center of unnecessary attacks, and the center.
Where should the center be?
The center should be if it is parliament and we are raising issues as members of parliament. Let's.
Where should the center be?
The executive. May I say everything rotating on the executive?
Where is the executive represented?
The executive is but now.
No. Please answer the question. Where is the executive represented?
It is an independent arm. It is in state house.
Represented in parliament by the
That's
prime
why.
minister
That's
and
why.
the entire cabinet.
Let me show you this. That's why.
Let's
sometimes
after the break,
the law is made by parliament.
It's bold. It's real politics. The Big Seat on 91.2 Crooze FM. Great music,
Great music.
great friends.
Great friends.
on 91.2 Crooze FM. Great music,
Great music.
great friends.
Great friends.
It's a quarter to the top of the hour here on Western Uganda's biggest radio station, 91.2 Crooze FM. Great music, great friends. The voice on your radio is Wesige Banyaji. I'm here in Mbara City, Mutilene, Plot 12, Western Uganda's biggest radio. We are celebrating 12 years of niceness. I can tell you, it's been fantastic. I've been a part of this journey for about 7, and it's been amazing. We've loved the fans, we've loved the radio, we've loved the music, we've loved everything here. And we're not stopping at telling you we are the best. We are giving back to you. Right about now, let me give you something. Now, November Love, Sadia Crescent, and there's so many that want to win themselves a gift cards of November Love. Is about time you do that. Now, Mega Electronics is a one-stop shop for audio and electrical needs. They offer a wide range of high-quality products, including amplifiers, disco speakers, sound mixers, and generators to keep you powered during outages. And they provide household appliances, audio accessories, beauty salon equipment. Don't forget the Mega Electronics offers solar panels, batteries, and they can remote carbon print. Now, they're located on 4N Building Central Market in Baguta Street in Barra. You can be able to call in on 0701 445 or 0701 959 861, and for any inquiries and orders. They're saying it's quality and no top-notch quality. So you can be able to call in and win yourself a radio, courtesy of Mega Electronics, right there on 4N Building Central Market. Call in right about now for that November Love goodie. Our radio is up for grabs. Who is this lucky person to take home our radio? November Love.
Yes, Crooze FM.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, West Ibanej.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
What's-
November Love.
November Love, what's your name?
My name is MC Forever Dutchman,
Now,
known as Yahweh Valeriano.
my friend, if you want to win yourself, you better say your real names that are on your ID.
I'm Yahweh Valeriano.
Ha! Ndiahebwa.
Valeriano.
Ndiahebwa. Where are you?
I'm calling in from Kakova.
Vela. Verariano?
Yes, Valeriano.
Okay, I get it. Now I'm going to ask you
Yes,
a question. If you get it right, you win yourself a radio.
Yes, please.
Tell me about December the 9th.
Sorry?
Tell me about December the 9th.
The same 9th December, we shall all be at the Las Vegas waiting for King, for seeing the Queen, the King herself,
All right.
at quarters of Crooze FM.
Okay.
Yes, please.
If a person wants to access the show, how much do they pay?
Ordinary is 50, is 50,000.
Okay, thank you.
Then VIP is 800,000.
Okay.
The table.
All right. Do you know the colors of Crooze FM?
Sorry?
Do you know the colors of Crooze FM?
The colors of Crooze FM.
Yes.
I know red
Uh-huh.
and black.
Good. There you go. Thank you, Ndiamehebwa Valeriano in Kakova.
Yes, please.
Read your number.
My number is 077
077
66
66
4
4
4
64
73.
73. Congratulations, Mr. Valeriano Ndiamehebwa. You win yourself a radio. All right. See you on the 9th of December. Now, I want to appreciate A. Blair Interior and Bathings. Thank you, Amazing Restaurant. Thank you, Baka Electronics. Thank you, Bel Shaddai Kitchenware. Thank you, Bedco Blue Starter, Blue Breeze, yes. Thank you, Cafe Havana, Cafe Gero, Cafe Jaws, City Oven, Crystal Paints, Carrie and Harry, GBK, Ideal Butchery in Interface, Israel Gadgets, Jeremy Food and Snacks, Cash Hardware, Kennedy Wines, Bain Sportswear, Sports Center, New Uganda Kitchenware, KK Supermarket, Chogero Harbor Products, Lakza Band Grill. I want to thank Peter Quality Hardware in Uganda, R&S Solar System Limited, Rock Brands, Rolex Booth, New Macquill Supermarket, yours a part of November Lab, New MK Furniture and Showroom in Uganda, Ola's Cake House, Perfect Driving House, Trudy's, thank you so much, Mega Electronics, San Diego, Sure Deal Harbor Solutions, Sweet Things Baker, these are fantastic, T&M Electronics, BGA Winery, Subspala. Thank you, every person that have been a part of November Lab. We almost closing it out, but I want to say thank you so much. And for the winners, congratulations. If at all you are not able to win this time round, it's never late. But don't forget, 9th December, we shall give you an opportunity to win so much and more at Las Vegas as we celebrate 12 years of being Western Uganda's biggest radio. Parting shots.
Up to now, I've not received any evidence of wrongdoing. By the speaker. I don't know what wrong she has done. Because
but the families of the bereaved will find it very insensitive.
No. You see, the speaker and the deputy speaker have done their job. They have called the executive to come and account. Where are these people? And that is as far as Parliament can go. Parliament cannot arrest a minister who does not bring people. It has no powers. So I think what the opposition MPs are doing is to fear to attack the executive, and now are directing their attention to a soft spot, which is Parliament.
What Wenje is saying,
you
members of Parliament and the families that are affected, pick arms,
exactly.
Lodge out the state,
yes,
or else your hands are tied. That's what you're saying.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Okay. But they should not direct their anger at a softer spot of Parliament, because Parliament has done its role. It has not refused to order government to come and account.
Okay.
Parliament has done that. And so I want to warn the MPs who are not attending that the moment they miss the 15, they cease to be MPs, and not even.
I hope that will apply to all members.
Yes. Whether NRM or not.
Thank you, Council, when the
law is unfair, they should initiate an amendment.
Okay, thank you. Musa Tukwatanase.
Yes, my parting shot here is that I want to request the government and the executive to give accountability. No, don't give me words.
You don't give Musa what to say. He's a very articulate man.
I request that we listen to the opposition.
Yes.
Let's not harass them because we want to live in a tolerant environment.
Yes.
And that's what my supreme leader, General Mhozkinergaba, advocates for. And I want to say that
your Ayatollah.
My supreme leader, General Mhozkinergaba, requests us to live in a tolerant environment where we very accommodative, where we listen to the opposition and give the way forward. Otherwise, I want to thank all members of the MK movement outside there, doing it hard to ensure that our generational agenda of General Mhozkinergaba State House 2026 is achieved.
But
and I want to assure Ugandans,
you have not bought a table yet for the Cindy.
And I want to assure you that I am going to take the information.
Okay.
And I want to assure Ugandans as I conclude that General Mhozkinergaba will be on the ballot in 2026 and will win massively.
Thank you. For me, I will stick myself to the issues of national importance.
In a second, though.
And I would want to, whereas Wenje advised me, I would want to warn the MPs on the opposition side and remind them that you have tested and seen the injustices that are practiced even in a house of justice. So I want to abanyankore no bajango wakutechereyo mutwe umutechereye bijere. So my MPs, the NUP MPs and the others, please continue missing, continue boycotting, but attend the 15th. So that we can start again, number one. Yes, because we must cut him off. Cut him off. I want to finish like this, West J. We cannot go to the bush like West J is saying, but we can go to the bush that is around Parliament. So keep there, attend plenary. On the 15th, attend, and then we go back and count again.
Thank you, Peter and Parker. It's exceedingly humbling to have hosted the three of you for this particular edition of the Big Set. I want to thank you so much. Special shout outs to all the listeners that have called the show from the start up to where we at. I want to say thank you so much. The online audience, you are amazing. The people in Cape Town, that's Kasese, we at Elephant Lounge tonight. Now, I'll be coming through if at all. But go and have fun. My parting shot this week is the holidays on. Parents, December is coming through. Please don't spend like January. You'll not take back the children to school. Buy things early. Don't wait for the traffic and the stampede of buying things. But be disciplined in all. My name is West Givanyaji. The news at the top of the hour will be coming up next. And we have the sports roundup with Derek Ashemwe and the Boo. But the Chawe boys will be up to give you a Manchester City versus Liverpool. And Arsenal and all. Have a very fantastic weekend. Let's meet up on the 9th of December for the ultimate experience at Las Vegas Hotel. God bless you. For God and my country.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of this radio station or its management.
This radio is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission, UCC.